All right, we've got the gram here, we've got Facebook here, and I'm also recording in GarageBand as well, so we can go on the podcast. Hey y'all, what's going on? I thought it would be a fun thing to try to test out and see if we can keep this going on Sundays. We hop on here live, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, and I'll get it on the podcast at some point too, but to share our workout schedules for the week and our dinners. Because for me, if I have a laid out schedule for the week ahead, even if it's different every single week, depending upon plans, depending upon the boys' sports schedules, and I know what I'm feeding them every week, every night of the week as well, or let's give it even like 4 of the 7 nights a week, I feel like, okay, I'm doing okay with life right now. So if we could come on Sundays and share what we're making for dinner through that week ahead and our workout schedule, I think that it will give us ideas, it will inspire and motivate others. And I think it's also a way to just, again, feel really confident and in control of your week ahead. So I wanted to share mine, and quick update as well. So I took Q2 off of all things WholeHardy. I love this full-time job that I have right now. It is with Envision It. I'm the director of marketing. I'm also head of this sub-brand that we created, Crew, which is marketing specifically for fintech businesses. I love it with all of my heart, and I took Q2 off of my side gig, WholeHardy, because I was like, I just have to dedicate all of my time and my effort and my resources to my full-time job. And what's really interesting is I just felt like something was missing. I also learned that things that I do within WholeHardy really help fuel my job. It motivates me, it inspires me, it keeps me experimenting, it keeps me creative. And so I really, really think it's very important for whatever you have in life, whether it's a full-time job or you're a full-time mom or you have a variety of jobs, you need to have your own creative outlet, and you need to fulfill your passions, because if you feel fulfilled outside of the role that you spend the majority of your time is, whether that is work or momming or both, then you feel more fulfilled and you won't feel as resentful. And I think that's what was happening. I was just really not happy that I wasn't dedicating time to all of the wellness help. And I feel that I'm a journalist at heart. And if there's anything that I learn, I just want to share it. And not being able to share things that I've learned it just doesn't feel the same. And I just think that's part of my nature to just, if I hear, something that's working, something that's not working, if I have a recipe, or I don't know, just a piece of information or inspiration, I just want to share it if it helps just one person. And if I'm not doing that, then I feel like something's missing. So here we go. Let's get back to all things wellness, all things what you are working on. Maybe you took a break. Maybe Q1 you kicked things off and you were feeling really good, but maybe Q2 you took a break from your wellness routine. Or I know for me, winter in Q1 seemed super easy when it came to following the boys' sports schedules, because it was all indoors and nothing changed. But then spring came along, and geez Louise, everything was changing locations, everything was changing times, and it was really hard to keep up. So if you feel like you started the year off right and then you kind of took a dip in Q2 and you're kind of ready to get back into things, I mean, we are well into Q3, ladies and gentlemen. We're halfway through. But so let's do it. So if we were to share each week, each Sunday, what our meal plan is for the week, just dinners, y'all, just dinners. I do not plan breakfasts or lunches. Just share what your dinner plan is for the week and your workouts for the week. I think that will really help people feel inspired and motivated, but then also it'll help you with that plan that you can hold yourself accountable with, and it'll feel like you really have more control. So for me, when it comes to dinners tonight, okay, I'm gonna go Sunday through Saturday. Sunday, we're grilling out. Got a new grill. We're marinating the chicken right now. We're doing marinated chicken on the grill. My husband put together this barbecue situation. Okay, so it's like marinade. The chicken is currently marinating. On Monday, we're having salmon. I just went to the store, picked up some salmon. That is Monday. And just so you know, I keep things simple as, hey, it is a protein, it is a vegetable, and for the boys, it's a carb. Like for me, maybe I'll do like a fat instead of a carb. And I'll get into that eventually too. I'm not like keto, but I try to do low carb. Anyways, the boys will have some type of carb tonight. I bought like biscuits. And I'll probably have like some olives or like some cheese or something. All right. So Monday, grilled chicken on the barbecue. Sorry, Sunday. Monday, salmon. Tuesday, we're going to do stir fry. Mac really loves this like orange chicken sauce, and Bo does not. So I put the orange chicken sauce on Mac's and not Bo's. So stir fry, super easy. Get a bunch of frozen vegetables. Put that stuff on the stove, saute it, add whatever protein you want. We're going to use chicken. We can even use eggs. Cauliflower stir fry. The boys don't even know it's not rice. That's Tuesday. Wednesday, I have this all in Notion. Do you guys know about Notion? Notion is my new best friend. I just learned about it. Instead of having 4,000 notes in my phone, I'm using the mouse to my work computer and not my personal computer. Check out Notion. I love it so much. It's a more organized way of organizing things. So it's like notes, but you can have different subjects. It's just really amazing. So I have my meal plan for the week in Notion, and I have 4,000 different things going on. But Wednesday, what was I going to do? I know, pork tenderloin. Oh my gosh, Wednesday's pork tenderloin. I get it from Costco, and it gives you 2 big long like logs. And I'll put a recipe up on here at some point with how I make it. I follow a recipe in ATK, America's Test Kitchen, super easy, and it gives us leftovers for a couple days. So I know, y'all, I gave you a poll on Instagram recently. How do we feel about leftovers? And 100% of you said you do not like them. I am sorry. I love them. It like makes my life easier. I don't have to make another meal. I mean, Mac will eat them for breakfast. He will have spaghetti and meatballs for breakfast. Like, God bless you, child. I don't need to make you eggs and a bagel. So pork tenderloin on Wednesday. So typically I will plan out maybe like 3 or 4 meals. And then I know by day like 4 or 5, we're going to be eating leftovers. And we dig it. Like, we're used to it. No big deal for the leftovers in this house. So Thursday could just be like, let's finish up what is in the fridge. If not, I have tacos. If we gobbled up all of the leftovers, especially now with the boys still home and not in school, they're eating the food in the house. So if we need a meal, Thursday, it's tacos. Friday, I have kind of a grill out again, just like burgers and dogs. Saturday, we've been going out. That's kind of become a thing for us. We just like walk uptown to our little downtown neighborhood and we go out to dinner. And so there you go. All right. So that is our dinner meal plan for the week. Again, I don't plan out my breakfasts or lunches. I typically don't have breakfast. Digestively, it feels better for me. And I do believe in intermittent fasting science. We'll get into that another day. But yeah, and then I typically will have like a smoothie. It's my 3 things for my meals are either a smoothie, a salad, or leftovers, which is a combination of like vegetables and meat from the night before. That's like, they say that the reason that Steve Jobs would always wear jeans and a black turtleneck was because he did not want to have decision fatigue. And that's kind of like what I do during the day for meals. It's like smoothie, salad, or leftovers is what I'm going to have for lunch, or breakfast if I'm eating breakfast. Sometimes I'll get fancy and have like keto waffles and some eggs. And then I just know that I want to plan out dinner, and that's good for the whole family. Okay, so workout wise, I shared something on Instagram and Twitter today that everyone's got their own thing. Like, maybe you're following a program, like, do you? I'm just sharing what works for me, and maybe it'll help you. Or perhaps you feel like you're in a rut and you're not really getting active as much. Even if you're not working on a wellness or any sort of like health goal, It's really good for you to move. It's good for your body. It feels really great when you're carrying groceries. If you're a mom of young children and you're carrying your kids, there's a lot of science around staying active, ladies and gentlemen. So you got to do it. And I'll provide even more stats and facts to help you, motivate a little bit more. But from a workout perspective, this week, randomly, again, I change it up every week, and I get posted about this just this morning. You can kind of see that I don't follow like every Monday I do this, every Tuesday, every Wednesday. It's just kind of intuitive based on the schedule and based on how I'm feeling and based on like what I'm in the mood for. But I keep a variety. There's still a strategy to it. So I do mix up cardio, weights, HIIT, and yoga. And so for this week, since looking ahead, I'm like, you know what actually would be nice instead of like kind of a random hodgepodge? I'm doing, because I did HIIT today, so I want to do strength tomorrow because the HIIT that I did today wasn't as strengthy. It really was more cardio-y. So what I'm doing this week, I'm going to do strength, run, yoga, strength, run, yoga. So I typically work out 5 or 6 days a week. Again, I don't have a specific goal for myself right now, but that's my momentum. I know if I like wake up before the family wakes up, I get some activity in, I feel like I already started the day right. There's a book called Make Your Bed, Make Your Own Bed. I think it's just Make Your Bed. And when I was working at Panasonic, our president at the time gave it to us. And the philosophy of that book is that if you make your bed in the morning, then you are just going to have a great day the rest of that day because you did something, you did something productive. And this is what like the Navy SEALs do or something because, they can make a tight bed, right? That is things are tucked in and folded very precisely. You could bounce a quarter off of that bed. I'm not a bed maker. So A and B, my husband is still sleeping when I get up and work out. So there's my solution there. But anyways, that's my wake up in the morning, feel like I already accomplished something today for the day is getting up and exercising. So there it is. It's just, I'm keeping it simple this week. And the order is going to be strength, run, yoga, strength, run, yoga. There might be a rest day in between there. Right now, I don't have plans to go downtown for work. When I do go downtown for work, I typically don't work out that day because I would have to get up earlier than I already am. Cool. All right. So if you're watching this after the fact, would love to hear what you are going to be cooking up for dinner this week. Like, even if it's one thing, even if you're like, Katie, I have not gotten there yet. It is only Sunday, but I do know that we are going to do Taco Tuesday. Well, then, hey, you are winning. Let us know. Put it in the comments. Tell us either what your dinners are for the week or one thing. And same thing with your workouts. If you're like, actually, I'm super into CrossFit or super into Pilates, like just put it in the comments. Let us know because you might inspire somebody. All right, so moving forward on Sundays, I want to pop on here, discuss what the dinners are for the week, what the workouts are for the week. Hopefully that helps even one single person who feels like they haven't either been active enough or they have no idea what to make for their family anymore because the kids go through stages. One day they love peanut butter and jelly and the next day they hate it. I mean, I'm living this life right now. And then final other thing, the tips that I post throughout the week, when they come to mind, when I have a just spark of inspiration, because during the day it's a busy day, but when I get a spark of inspiration and I'm like, hey, this is something that's working for me, I want to share it, and I post it on the gram or I post it on the Twitters, I will also talk about that during these Sunday lives. So for example, yesterday I posted something about how it can feel like you got a shitty sleep even when you are not drinking. Sometimes we wake up in the morning and we feel hungover and we didn't even drink the night before. That can totally be from certain foods for sure. But it can just be from a shitty night's sleep. So I posted about that yesterday and I gave my tips for when I feel that's like happening to me. If I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't get back to sleep, here's what I do. And then also how to, not really prevent that, but how to set yourself up for a good night's sleep. So I can talk through those tips like that during these lives as well. And this morning I posted about how I don't have like the same fitness schedule every week, but I have some sort of strategy to it. So I posted that on the Twitters and the Grams today. So if you want to check out those posts, but that's something that I can do too, is come on here live Sunday and kind of talk through those tips, if that would be helpful. And then I haven't sent an email out to the email group here in a while, so I can kind of send out an email once a week with a collection of all those tips. Anyways, lo and behold, I just feel like whenever I find something that's working for me, I just want to share it with other people. And I think that that's how we all win at the end of the day, especially if you are working a full-time job and you feel like you don't have a lot of time to fit in wellness. And also if, you know, you're raising a family and it's really tough to do you at the same time. So, and I know I've got a lot of achievers in this group, a lot of perfectionists, a lot of helpers. The Enneagram is near and dear to my heart. I'm going to be talking a lot more about the Enneagram as well. When I was full-time wellness coaching, we would talk about personalities and the Enneagram for maybe like based on the excuses you feel that you're making or based on the goals you have for yourself. And I truly believe that our wellness actions and results and thoughts and beliefs are really based upon our personalities. And I'm very in tune with the Enneagram, and I would love to share how I see that connection so clearly more often, where how our health is truly impacted by our personalities. So I'll be sharing that as well. Anyways, haven't been on here live in forever and figured it would just be kind of helpful to come and share. So share with me as well. Let me know what you're up to. Let me know what your dinners are going to be this week. Let me know what your workout is going to be, your workout schedule, or what type of, you know, fitness moves you're going to be rocking, even if it's just a walk. Hey man, I walked last week on the treadmill because it was raining, and I was like, I'm glad I did that instead of run. My body wanted to walk, didn't want to run. Okay, guys, make it a great week, and maybe I'll check in midweek. We'll see. All right, bye y'all. Boop, boop, boop.